Welcome to Hangar 207. In the garage, the Baja's back. If you've been watching my channel, a year ago in December I started this project. It was a stalled project that somebody had, and they tried to put air ride system in the back. It didn't work. They kind of ruined the swing arms. I totally disassembled the rear end, put new swing arms on it, had to weld back on shock towers. I put disc brakes on the back and put disc brakes on the front. So we got four-wheel disc brakes. It's been a fun project, really. I had two phases for this. One phase was getting it running and driving, doing the suspension, doing the brakes, doing all that stuff, building the engine, put an engine on there, and drive it for a while. Then after I drive it, then I want to bring it back in, totally disassemble it, and fix the bodywork. There's some holes, some rust I need to deal with, so on and so forth. Wiring, I haven't really decided what to do with the wiring yet, but that's something we're going to deal with a little bit later. But the project, I got burned out. I had to get things ready for Oshkosh. I had to build a trailer so I could haul the golf course to Oshkosh, haul the golf cart to Oshkosh, which worked out real well. So now I'm back. But like I said, I was burned out. Now I'm back. And we're down to the last bit. I got whenever you're doing a project, you get about 90% of it done. Then you got about 90% left to go. That's what it seems like. So I'm trying not to let this project stall out or get burned out on it again. So I made a list. I'll show you the list. Here's the list of all the things I need to do. Now, if I come up to some with new stuff, I'll write it on here. But we got headlights, tail lights, markers. I got to put an oil light in. I don't have a low oil pressure light. Seat belts, engine cage, just a frame that goes around the engine. Window wipers and washers. The window regulators and the door need to be fixed. Heat, I gotta get some heat in there. All those different things need to be done. And as I do it, I'm just gonna start marking off that list. And then in no time, all the marks on the list will be done. This thing will be ready to go boogieing down the road and see if I can make it my daily driver. And I've done some a little bit driving around with it. And the transmission, the second gear synchronizer's out. So I need to put another transmission in it. So, but I won't do that until I tear it apart, do the body work, and I'll put another transmission in it. This hood here is just sitting on it. I just got it sitting on there for right now. And when I redo it, I'll put new rubber in here. So the rubber's pretty shot. Wipers are definitely shot. Stuff of that nature needs to be done on it. I have no idea why these holes are here. I think they tried to have pins or something, but I don't know what these are for. This is where an antenna goes. This is where the mirrors go. This is where the blinkers are going to go. You can use factory blinkers, what we're going to put on there. First thing we're going to deal with is headlights. Get the headlights in this hole, which is going to be a challenge in itself because when the guy cut it out, he didn't do a very good job of cutting it out. So these spots don't really line up with the bezel. The bucket, I should say. Here's the headlight bucket. Now this is all rusty. Have holes rusted in it and everything like that. This is just going to be temporarily. I ordered some that are sealed in the back. They got a boot here so water and stuff don't get into the light. But these are going to do for right now for temporarily. I just bought them at the scrapyard. I think I paid $2 or $5 for the whole unit with the headlight, because here's the ring that holds the light. The headlight goes on here. The headlight goes on here like that. This ring holds it onto that, and this is the beauty ring that goes around it. And this is just sitting in here. It's not screwed in. It won't fall out. But see, this is just sitting on there. So that's just sitting there so I can see what it looks like. The tail lights. There's going to be a cage back here that comes up around the engine, and the license plate and the license plate light and the tail lights will be here. I might still do factory tail lights here. I haven't decided yet. When time comes on, I'll make those decisions. But this is where we're at for right now. And we got to get these headlights in. The list Now I don't have to go in order on the list, but I have to get everything done on the list because these are the things I can think of that need to be done before I can drive this up and down the road, and that's the goal. Now, like I said, I probably will find a few things that I will have to write on the list and still get off. It's one of those things where, oh, I got to do this, I'll do it and write it on the list. Instead of writing the list out, do it, you do it right on the list. So either way, all that stuff needs to be done. I took the time, wrote out the list, and then I'll go back and add to it or whatever, but I got to have everything marked off before I license this. Now, like I said, I've driven this some at the airport, took it up and down the runway and the taxi lines to see how it goes. Second gear is it's got a synchronizer out in it, so the transmissions have to be replaced. But it doesn't mean I can't drive. I can drive. It's just knowing that the synchronizer's out. So when I tear it all apart and I put it back together, I'm gonna put a different transmission in there. I might even go through the transmission. I don't know. I haven't decided. But that's just it. I can decide what I'm gonna do as I go along. I try not to rush it. Don't want to get excited. Don't want to take shortcuts. But I want this to be a daily driver. I really do. Yeah, I think I can. Of course, I'm not gonna drive this on a real snowy road. I don't know, it might do well on a snowy road. I don't know, it depends on how well the heat is. But it's just going to be fun no matter which way you look at it. The project has been very, very fun. I was kind of hoping to get it done within a year, which I would have. But I literally got burned out. And that's why you have more than one project. And like I said earlier, this break has been because, and I wanted to redo the shop. My shop was too small. I had way too much stuff in here. I put shelves up, piled a bunch of crap up there, which looks like crap, which I'll do something different later. But I got my workbenches up a little bit better so I can work on things. This is going to just be all around better. Got me a new toolbox to hold my tools. I got another project coming on pretty quick I have to do. I got to change the ball joints of my truck and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to do YouTube on that because it is kind of a challenge sometimes. But the future, who knows where it's going to go. But as of right now, I'm going to get started on headlights. So when I come back, I'm going to set up the camera to where I can just get to work on it. We'll be back in a bit.